All right, that is much better. Got a little bit of light here. I'll come a little closer to the camera so everyone can see me. What's going on, everybody? Coach Chris Specht, the wise guy. Hulk smash that subscribe button. Today's video, we are going to talk about the number 5 tip on what will impact the amount of money you make year in and year out in your Amazon retail arbitrage business. In this video, I am going to talk to you guys about what I've done and what I've noticed. The number one thing I've noticed that has helped my business grow to $500,000 in retail sales and will help me get to $1 million in sales by the end of this year. So December of this year. We're on track to double our sales. We're growing by 100%, and we'll get there solely because of what I'm going to talk to you guys about in this video. So before we get to that, let's just review what we have discussed so far. So tip number 1 was growth. Make sure your inventory is growing in width. Okay, so just a quick right here, I'm going to put up a little banner. If you haven't yet seen that video, this is video number 1. Growth, grow your inventory. Tip number 2 was running, after you've grown your inventory, you got to run an automated pricer. Amazon give it to you for free for a reason, because Amazon want your products to sell. Amazon want your products to sell while you're sleeping. They want to create that income for you so that you ultimately fall in love with the business and the platform. So this price automator, if you will, is that exactly that. It's an automated pricer. So again, right here, click that little banner if you haven't yet watched that video on automate your price. Number 3, the third most important factor in impacting your sales is to advertise. Use Amazon's advertising that they have on their platform. You can actually do other advertising well, Facebook advertising. There's a lot of other advertising you can do, but if you're new, intermediate, experienced, and expert, you use pay-per-click. So again, here's a link to that one. That's the third most important, impactful thing you need to do fundamentally to accelerate your retail arbitrage business. The fourth thing we talked about was swimming. So once you've done the first three stages, and they're continuous, you always got to add inventory to your products. You want to always add those to automation. You want to always add those into advertisements that you're running. So any new products that you get, you got to fundamentally add those things in. So this is a reoccurring system. The fourth thing that we said was super important is once you know what you're selling, you start to see sales, swim, which stands for sell what is moving. So what inventory you have moving, sell it, swap, source. Go source what inventory is moving. So I call it swimming. Today, my wife and I, we hit a bunch of stores. Not as many as we hoped, but we hit a bunch of stores. We spent about $1,000 on sourcing inventory for us that was moving. And we also scanned some stuff. But we specifically set our watches, got in and out of stores as fast as we can. And we try to hit and target a bunch of stores and find that inventory that we knew was going to sell really quick on a month-to-month, week-to-week, day-to-day business. Okay, so let's get into what today's video is all about. But before I do, just want to let you guys know to join me on Instagram. If you guys have Instagram, make sure that you add me to your Instagram. I'll put a link in the description below. It's The Wise Guy on Instagram, and I'm always posting other stuff going live there as well. And I let you guys know through there if I'm going live on YouTube. And obviously, you guys know, smash the notification button if you want to know when I'm on. It'll prompt your phone just like you got a text message saying, hey, Coach Chris is live, watch what he's doing. So in today's video, the fifth step and what you guys all been waiting for, this is the last step in the GRASS system for retail arbitrage specifically, that I teach to all of my students, to all the people that I coach one-on-one, to all the people that ask me questions on Instagram. Just shoot me a DM. I'm going to go to the fundamentals every time, and we're going to talk about what you need to do to improve your business. And the fifth and most impactful thing that's going to get me to $1 million is scanning. Scan everything, every time, everywhere you go. And that's just not, that in itself is not the reason you scan, not to just do it. There is purpose to scanning products for your business. Scanning every time is fundamental. Scanning to an Amazon retail arbitrage seller is to painting. If you were Picasso, you have to paint on a daily basis. He probably painted nonstop all the time, every day, everywhere, every time. It's shooting to Steph Curry. If you're Steph Curry, you didn't become great without shooting all the time from the inception of your business. Scanning is to a seller like shooting is to Steph Curry. Scanning is to a seller like Fortnite is to Ninja. I mean, he's known in the Twitch world for Fortnite. He is become a multi-millionaire because he plays the video game Fortnite, uploads it on Twitch. People watch him play. Drake's played with him. Football players, NFL players, and NBA players, name it. So scanning has to be a part of your life. And a lot of people say, well, Coach, I do private label. That's exactly why you should scan. Private label businesses generally do a lot of private product research on their computer, using software, using tools. My growth significantly came as a private, I'm fundamentally a private label business. That's my fundamentals. That's my A, okay? My B is retail arbitrage. But my fundamental business of private label grew. I grew my business as soon as I started realizing that products I had scanned and were doing extremely well, and I have multiple products in this situation that I had found in stores and that had I had scanned, and that the numbers looked good on the scan, and I bought them, put in my inventory, and they sold. I ended up thinking, why don't I just bring this product to market under my own brand instead of this quasi-generic brand via, stores and doing retail arbitrage? Why don't I just go and launch this product myself? So scanning products leads to retail arbitrage. So that's exactly one reason why private label sellers should be scanning everything, everywhere, every time. The second thing that scanning leads to is it leads to growth of your inventory. This is the first fundamental of selling on Amazon is inventory growth. If you're not scanning everything, everywhere, every time, you're going to limit your growth. You may miss gems. You may miss those commodities that are super hot that we talked about that ultimately end up moving 10 a day, 4 per customer. Like I said, and you probably heard me in the last video, I have over 50 commodities that sell more than one in a daily basis, that sell 3, 4, 5, 10 units in a daily basis over and over and over again in my retail arbitrage business. And I've taken some of those products into my private label business and done a hybrid, done some launches, test the market to see how well these products would ultimately do for me. And if they did well, then sourcing them would be 1,000 times easier. So just scanning alone has impacted my business tenfold. And it's what is going to lead me. And that's why it's kind of it's not the fifth most important, but it's the end of the wheel that brings you back to the very beginning. When you're scanning everything, eventually what will happen is what? what will happen is you're going to find inventory. You're going to find new inventory that will then bring you back to fundamental number one, which is adding inventory, more inventory to your products. And then we'll take you to fundamental two, which means you got to add it into your pricer, your automated pricer. Then you got to add that product to your advertising. Then you got to see if you need to source more of that product. Is it doing well? Is it moving? Or is it slow? Okay. That stage there is an evaluation stage. And then it goes you back to scan everything. When you're in stores, you're scanning products. I love a video that I saw recently. I don't know who it was. I wish I could give a shout out to this seller. But he, it's just a spoof video where it's a guy in a produce store scanning oranges and apples and bananas and fruits and all that type of stuff and vegetables. And the guy filming is like, look, this guy is just started selling on Amazon and he is scanning everything. And he is like addicted to scanning. And the guy comes up to the camera and he's like, the filmer is like, how's it going? And the guy's like, man, it sucks. I'm gated for onions. So if you're scanning, you just find that stuff funny now, which to people who don't sell on Amazon are like, what is this guy talking about? But scan everything because it's going to propel your business to a really big storefront on Amazon. The amount of products that you'll find are always going to be there when you're scanning. And now an important step when you're scanning is trying to get ungated. Okay. Right here, I'm going to throw a quick link up, is a 2-minute drill on getting ungated while you're in the store in 2 minutes. So just quickly watch this video. It'll show you how to get ungated in a store for 2 minutes. So when I'm scanning products all the time, every day, I'm coming across 3 or 4 different products that I'm restricted, I can't sell. And what I'll do is immediately I'll jump onto Seller Central through my phone, because you can't try to get ungated through the app. You actually have to be in your Seller Central account. So I'll log in through Safari, I'll jump on Seller Central, and I'll just go through the steps of typing in the product that I want to get ungated for. It'll give me a limitations option. I'll click limitations option. It'll ask me it'll ask me if I want to request approval. I'll click request approval, and it'll just quickly 2-step automated approval, and hopefully I get approved. And immediately, if I get approved, that is just one level up from other sellers, because one level up just means you're now selling products that they're probably not selling. So even though guys and girls, this may sound really basic, don't think it is. Know this stuff by the back of your hand. Apply it to how you sell on Amazon every day, and grow your business with a purpose of getting to $1 million store. That is your first purpose, should be your first goal as an Amazon seller, is to hit that $1 million club as an Amazon seller. Hope you guys like these videos. That was the system. So these 5 videos are the end of these 5 videos. It's the system for retail arbitrage and the fundamentals of impacting your wealth and how much money you're going to make selling on Amazon. So hope you like these quick videos that I've been doing up for you. Tomorrow is going to be a new series of videos, 3 or 4 videos on another important bit of lessons that will help you grow your business and help you make a lot of money selling on Amazon. If you guys have any questions, you know what to do. Just throw them in the comments. My goal is to get back to you within minutes. If you have any questions right now, I'm going to stay live for about 10 minutes after this video. So throw them into the chat, ask away, and I'll get them. I'll get to your questions right now. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you want to stay connected with myself, then smash that notification button and it'll let you know when I am live. So throw some questions if you have. Let me know if you're on right now. Hit that like button. Let me know if you're in Canada, the US, where you are, East Coast, West Coast, what state, what province. If you're international, Brazil, I got a lot of people, few students are from Brazil, different parts of the world. Find that super awesome. If you've not yet signed up for my course, it's only $97 and I teach you everything and I am your mentor. So if you want that support, I'm your support system, along with everybody in that private group who obviously is in there to build their business. So you'll be around like-minded people. So does not look like I have much questions. That's all right. But I even prepared. I don't usually prepare when I go live, but I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I hit some points. Scanning, you know, I came up with a whole course, which is called Hybrid Arbitrage. And, you know, so people who do private label usually find a little bit more success than people who do retail arbitrage. So much easier to scale up your business from than it is doing retail arbitrage. Although I just find retail arbitrage just a great way to engulf yourself into selling on Amazon. Like, you are Amazon seller when you're doing retail arbitrage. No one will know who you are if you're doing private label, although private label is just where a lot of money is. But it was weird when I came across my first product finding in retail arbitrage that was doing so well. I found 50 units of this product and launched it. And the product cost me $1. I bundled 2 together. And when I bundled those 2 together, it was just so I could stand out, separate myself from other sellers and make more money. I know that when you bundle 2, cost is lower, but you can actually make more profit because the fees just kind of are less than if you were to sell 2 separately. And I bought 50 units, and those 50 units sold out really fast. And the product was really generic. And I checked out the niche, and the niche wasn't competitive at all. Not that it was hot. There wasn't a lot of reviews in the niche, but my thoughts in my mind were like, well, frick, if I can sell 50 of these a month and make what I was making, $15 a sale, if I could sell 50 of these a month, I mean, that's $750 profit just off this one product. So I ultimately just started looking for the product, went straight into private label, just started sourcing the product, was able to find the product, went with the same setup I had. I'd already created a listing because I'd bundled, so I had to create my own listing. I was already there and just launched the product straight from China to my inventory. And then on the next run, my products were doing so well that on the next run, I decided to custom the packaging, brand it, all that stuff that you would do as a private label seller. And it's my second best performing product in my inventory. So retail arbitrage leads to that type of stuff and has led to that type of stuff, like I said, multiple times for me as a seller. So that course, Hybrid Arbitrage, is again, it's $100 course that I'm putting out there just to teach the fundamentals on that. I already teach the fundamentals on private label. So those are available in my course. If anybody's interested watching this video still, and you want to learn, other sellers obviously charge $500, $600, $1,000 to teach you how to sell private label. And if you connect with the people that you're watching on YouTube, then you ultimately would opt into their course. I connected with the person who taught me retail arbitrage. I opted into the course. I learned, and then I put out my own course. People who connect with me opt into my course. And because they just have that connection, they like what I'm saying, they like what other sellers are saying. Same thing. My whole thing is what's important to me is that I can help people win. And how can I help people win is by just making the course affordable and then creating more value. So if I feel like I want to earn $500, I got to give you 5 courses. That's what I got to do versus others who are just giving you the one course. I'm giving you one course with 10 hours of content, A to Z, on how to get your business created, how to find products in China. In fact, I think I give my students 15 different sourcing venues where they can source their product from across the globe, not just in China, like inclusive of the US, inclusive of India, inclusive of Taiwan, China, you name it. So sourcing sites I talk about in my course are, I don't even see a course out there that offers that value. So yeah, so that's my whole thing is if I want to earn $500 a course, I got to really earn $500 a course and introduce you guys into multiple business pillars of your business, whether it be retail arbitrage, or it would be private label or hybrid, or private label 2.0, which is actually launching more than just one product at a time, learning how to do 10 products at a time. If everyone who's familiar with who the owner of Jungle Scout, Greg has 200 private label products in his business. And obviously his business has changed. Now he is more about teaching and tools and all that type of stuff. But he's set the foundation for his private label business and did that at a really early stage. So the one thing I asked my mentor is, how fast should I grow? And he's like, as fast as you can, Chris, because the more products you can build and grow and accelerate onto page one, and the more products you can trademark, you can set yourself up for life, and your family for life, and generations for life. Think about it when your business is growing and you don't need to be there every hour, every waking moment. You just need to fill your inventory because your products are already created. That's the most appealing thing for myself, is that I create these products, I create these brands, I create this umbrella brand. The funniest thing is I know a little bit about brands and the power of brands, and I know how when a brand just becomes huge, that you can ultimately sell your brand if you want to sell your brand. So there's a lot of opportunity for people who create brands as well. So by being in the private label business, you are ultimately creating brands for yourself, which is super cool. So anyways, guys, that is it for grass and the fundamentals of retail arbitrage and selling on retail arbitrage. There is really nothing else you need to do when you're doing a retail arbitrage business than those 5 things. Nothing at all, except for just learn every day. Just keep learning. Scan like you're Steph Curry shooting 3-pointers, and grow your inventory, and then just build it from there. Every day, promote something. Build a channel if that's something that you build a YouTube channel. If that's something that you will help you with your business. It helped me with my business. All right, guys. Coach Chris Beck, the wise guy. Hulk, smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Let me know where you guys are from. Hit me up in the comment section below. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will connect with you in minutes. Peace.